Hey guys, Drew at Total Calibration. In this video, I wanted to share with you a brand new feature available in SharePoint Online, which is creating a modern document template. If you've been around for a while like I have, you'll know about content type templates and then the newer document library templates that you can actually set up on here. But this is something entirely different. It's kind of like a blend of the two, and I'm going to show you how it works. So the scenario is I wanted to create a template for us to do our meeting minutes on that prompts a user to collect specific bits of information before they can actually start writing in the document. This is where this is new. So I'm going to create a modern new template. But before I do that, I want to show you I've created a template. It's here. So I wanted just to capture the date, the attendees, the apologies, and the rest of the stuff is freeform. So I'll close that file and I'm going to choose Create Modern Template. So one of the interesting things here is you can pull the template from anywhere in SharePoint that you have access to, which is something very, very different. Using the other option, you had to upload a file, or with content type templates, that's way more complicated. So I'm just going to flick to the templates library, which is also on this site. And I'm going to click on the ICT meeting minutes template. Now, the next thing I'm going to do here is we just want to add, like I said, the system is going to prompt the user to fill out this information, provide these bits of information before they can save the file. So we'll just put down here date like that, and then I'm going to add a new field called meeting date and time. It's a bit buggy, don't get me wrong, it's not perfect, it's brand new. So we're going to click on next, and it says, well, what kind of information do you want the user to provide? Now you could just do text, or I'm going to choose date and time so they can actually specify on a little calendar what the date and time is. I want to make sure that's in non-American date format. So we'll choose yes, and then attendees. I'm just going to do this. It doesn't support people fields at the moment. So we just have to select, we have to write what we want to type over there. Highlight that text and confirm. And then now, again, we don't have a people selector. I've found the multiple lines of text is very buggy. Single line of text is not much better, but it's slightly better. So I'm going to choose that. I'm going to leave apologies blank. So now I'm just going to choose publish, and I'm going to keep that name as that's what will come up in the new button, and choose publish. Now, I'll just show you what the experience is. So I'll go into my meeting. I'm going to start a meeting. Do the meeting minutes, that's one I created earlier. So now I can see this option here, ICT meeting minutes, and I'll click on that. And as you can see, I'm going to be prompted over here to fill in those things. So to select a meeting date and time. So the 23rd, and I'll select that at 10 a.m. like so. And then the attendees, again, it's a bit buggy. I'm trying to type in there. It'll get there. But it won't actually, the problem is it won't let you pass that until you actually populate something in there. I know this is obviously practically useless in its current format, but I have got it working in all the other previous videos I've done rehearsing before this one. So that's rather unfortunate. What actually does happen, when you do type in there is it will then prompt you to save the file name, to give it an actual name. That's one of the things that it's done horrifically up until now. If you've used that function, it'll just save the file automatically as document and never prompt the user to actually give it a meaningful name, whereas this does. So you'll have to just believe me. It's unfortunate. I'll try one more time and just see. Hopefully the gods will work in our favor, but if not, look, let's not get too caught up about it. We'll try one more time. Oh yeah, there we go. All right, so I got a value in there. Pretty poor quality control if you ask me. All right, so now that it has the fields that we've asked it to fill in, we can choose create document, and again, the naming of the file is obviously important because it prompts you here. So 0223, like so. Then you can go about typing in your other bits and pieces in the document, and you can open up in the desktop version of Word if you want to as well. Again, it's an emerging technology. It's very new. I only just noticed it in the last few days, and I do expect, though, it will be used more. It will improve. Just one other thing that's really interesting, I didn't actually cover the other options that you actually can add in there. So if you wanted to go and edit that, I'll do so and just show you some of the other options that are there. I'm not going to save my template. So if we wanted to have metadata, list, or a lookup, these are some of the more interesting ones as well. So if I wanted to say, wanted to hook this up to what's called a term set or manage metadata, both pretty horrendous words if you don't know what they mean. Essentially, it's just going to be a list of predefined values. So let's just say this one is organization. And instead of actually allowing free text here, you go, oh, I want to select from manage metadata, and then that'll open up the term store, and you can select, for example, the organization. What I've noticed, it doesn't store the metadata anywhere in the SharePoint columns yet. I presume that's coming. It's hard to understand, I don't know. It's quite new. You can even allow to have multiple values and to add new values to the term set. If that means nothing to you, don't worry, it's okay. You can also do the same with a lookup as well. So what's really interesting with this is that unlike previously, you can pull the lookup from anywhere on any site you've got access to, whereas previously you could only do a lookup without a lot of back-end fancy stuff on the same site. So that's cool as well. All right, that concludes this video. Hope it was useful. Hope you got something from it, and look forward to seeing you again in the next video.